going on, Jerome? So, of course, the Minnesota Vikings want to throw the ball. Kevin O'Connell is a QB coach, and you got Jefferson, you got Addison, you got Hawkinson, and it would make sense, whether it's Darnold or McCarthy, to fire that effing pigskin all over the lot. But it would behoove the Vikings in 2024 to run the ball just a smidge better than they did last season. And now the addition of Aaron Jones certainly should help in that regard, as well as the emergence of Ty Chandler in year 3. But the best laid plans of bringing back Cam Akers didn't work out as he signed with the Texans, and now Dwayne McBride, a second-year running back, is on the non-football injury list, so the Vikings suddenly need some depth at running back. So what if I told you there was a local hero / legend, former Minnesota Golden Gopher royalty, that's available, and also he's been training at Training House next to TCO. So enter one Mohamed Ibrahim. He is indeed him. Absolutely. Now, reportedly, from Darren Wolfson, Vikes fan page put this together, the Vikings have kicked the tires on the former Minnesota Golden Gopher running back. They continued. Minnesota knew about McBride's availability early in camp, which led them to their interest in bringing back Cam Akers. Now they will potentially look to add another running back into the mix. So why not bring in Mo? Because at this point, why the hell not? Given the running back depth, and he would quickly be a fan favorite. And also, he does bring a little bit different running style than the current running back room. So let's talk about Mo today. Background, 25 years young, does turn 26 in September. Very lightly recruited coming out of high school. Took his talents to the Minnesota Golden Gophers and made a splash right away. As a freshman, 2018, 1,160 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns. Busted out in 2020 with another 1,000-yard season, as well as 15 touchdowns. And For many years, Mo was the offense for PJ Fleck. And PJ, he's a very conservative offensive coach. He wants to run the ball. He wants his quarterbacks to not screw up, hence Tanner Morgan. But I don't know. But either way, Mo is absolutely him. He's getting after things, man. But 15 touchdowns in 7 games in 2020, crazy. And 2021, Mo returned for his senior season, even though he probably would have been drafted if he declared after 2020, and hoping for a major year for him, but really, unfortunately, he tore his Achilles in the first game, which sucks because another solid season probably would have been a mid-round, 3rd, 4th round pick. That's how solid he was. But worked his ass off, rehabbed, came back with a vengeance 2022, and had a monstrosity of a season. 1,665 yards rushing, 20 touchdowns on the ground, and was just an absolute stud. Absolute monster, man. Draft-wise, also he holds every single Golden Gopher record, including career rushing yards, including career rushing touchdowns, etc. That's how good he was for the Gophers for a number of years. Draft-wise, he was largely seen as a late day 3 selection. This is from Lanzerline, NFL.com. NFL comp Damon Pierce, which, if you play fantasy football, you understand the frustration with Damon Pierce. But overview, hard hat running back who operated with toughness, vision, and a feel for cut timing in the Minnesota inside-outside zone attack. Ibrahim's decisiveness stands out, but he's missing an elevated burst to clear second-level tacklers without taking bumps and bruises. He's not going to run away from an NFL defender, so creativity will be important to keep runs alive. His injury history paired with his combative running style could be a concern for some teams, but his no-nonsense running approach and innate feel for the end zone will be easy for coaches to love. Now, this might just be a Gopher thing or wearing the 2-4, but I always felt like Mo's running style was very much reminiscent of Marion Barber III, the Pride of Wayzata, rest in power. So he's tough, he's physical, he is meat potatoes, straightforward, punch you in the face type runner, and that's great. But when undrafted in 2023, ended up bringing energy to the low-energy Detroit Lions, that comatose franchise. Made the practice squad, was elevated for a game in October, had a really unfortunate hip injury, which they classified as a dislocation. That's why he's currently a free agent as 90-man rosters head towards training camp. Now, why Mo? So powerfully built runner, and brings something different that the Vikings currently don't have on the roster. Say you're at the 2 and you're going to punch things in, you just you don't have that meat and potatoes hammer and anvil running back that you would want in that spot, and Mo would be that. Comfortable in zone and gap, ran both extensively for the Gophers. Mature running style. Now, this isn't a knock on his age, but he does run with patience. He does wait for holes to develop, and once he puts his foot in the ground in zone, he makes that sharp cut, and he's good to go. Does have a nose for the end zone, like we said, basically scored like a bajillion, like 2,000 bajillion rushing touchdowns, or 53, one of the two. Yeah. He is limited as a receiver pass blocker. He doesn't have that breakaway speed. Basically, he's going to be a two-down running back, but also, given the makeup of the Vikings running back room with Ty Chandler and Aaron Jones, both great receivers, and Jones is a great pass blocker, I mean, that would fill a niche. That would certainly fill a role. So I don't think that he focus on what a player can do versus what they can't do. And now he does turn 26 in September, so a little bit older, does have that injury history coming off that hip dislocation, which is super serious, as well as he is a couple years removed now from that Achilles, but of course he saw what he did in 2022. But for me, like, this is a low-risk, moderate-reward spot where you can sign him to a contract. Doesn't have to be anything guaranteed, doesn't have to be anything special. I think that Mo just wants an opportunity, and if he's healthy and if he's good to go, all of a sudden he could, like we said, fill a role that currently isn't filled in the Vikings running back room as that two-down thumping type running back, and would be a fan favorite right away, so why the hell not? But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings have reportedly kicked the tires on former Gophers legendary running back Mohamed Ibrahim. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts. Comment section below. You guys know what to do. Skol. Production value.